Hello and welcome to TCSN by the Mercury table. I'm Evelyn and I have world news. Imagine that you're walking down into the metro one day and the next thing you know, there's a huge explosion. You don't know where it came from or what caused it. The next thing you hear is ambulances rushing and taking people out of the metro. This happened a few days ago in Turkey's capital of Istanbul. Many TV networks in Turkey and Europe have been reporting over this incident. Many have conflicting numbers on how many casualties there were, but one station has reported that there has been one casualty. They have also not found the cause of the massive explosion in the train station, but some people have come to believe that it was a power transformer that caused it, but it has not yet been confirmed. Other people say it was a pipe bomb. Needless to say, all train operations have been stopped until the damage has been fixed and they have found out what caused this massive explosion. Turkey has already been on edge because of a bombing that happened in October at a large peace rally that claimed over 100 lives. They don't know if this explosion was by the same people or a different group. In light of recent bombings and explosions, it has become more important for people to be aware of their surroundings and be able to mentally prepare for such tragedies. Now, on to Eli with national news.
The first World War II veteran is finally honored for saving Jews. He said the Nazi soldiers made their orders very clear. Jewish American prisoners of war were to be separated from their fellow brothers in arms and sent to an uncertain death. But Master Sergeant Roddy Edmonds would have none of that. As the highest-ranking non-commissioned officer held in the German POW camp, he ordered more than 1,000 American captives to step forward with him and brazenly pronounced, "We are all Jews here." He would not waver even with a pistol to his head, and his captors eventually backed down. Now on to Isaac with state and local news.
Thanks, Eli. Schools in the U.S. are usually strict on vaccinations, especially when it comes to the flu season. But Indiana this year, schools are being lenient on when they have to have them done, and are even letting kids come to school before. In Vigo County, Indiana, the school district is letting students come to school before they get their vaccinations. This might not seem bad, but this can hurt many people. If your kid is sick, don't send them to school, because they can get others sick too. Just like if you haven't got your vaccination yet, then they shouldn't be able to go to school, because they can get sick easy and they can transfer sickness easy. Indiana schools should stop letting students come to school without their vaccinations, because this could hurt and sicken many people. Now on to Mercury with good news.
A simple act of kindness can make a tremendous impact on someone's life. It all started with Tony Bernard, who's in Michigan, who was riding his bike 7 miles down a busy highway to work midnight shift at a grocery store. Jason Kapoor was driving to the other direction and saw him. Jason offered Tony a ride. He accepted it. Later, Jason posted what happened on Facebook, and it spread around so that other people could help him. People that spotted him on the road started to give him a ride. Then he launched a GoFund page called Keep Tony Warm. It raised more than $19,000 in 9 days. Fortunately, Jason works at a car dealership across the highway from Tony's job and worked out a deal with Tony and helped him get a minivan. Now on to Elizabeth for more good news.
Thank you, Mercury. Tristan Seegers was serving in his country as a soldier in Afghanistan when the truck in which he was riding in was hit by a bomb and blown up. The fatal accident left Seegers with half of his right leg and many shrapnels all over his body. He was immediately rushed to the hospital and operated on. He could not say enough good things about the nurses and the rest of the staff. Tristan was in therapy every day for a long time. He was struggling to see the good in his situation until he met a retired veteran while shopping. The veteran stopped and thanked him for his service. This made Seegers realize that he was extremely lucky to be alive. Many veterans died, and a lot of them didn't want to be alive because the effects of fighting in the war were terrifying. He was not afraid to show his prosthetic leg in public anymore. In fact, he thought that if he showed it in public, it could inspire other veterans, and it did. He even ran a marathon. Tristan ended up having a very successful career and now has 2 children. That's all the news we have. Thank you for watching TCSN.